So let's begin. Today I'm going to look at the IELTS reading section. I'm going to look at 3 different approaches to tackling the IELTS reading section. The most important thing I want to tell you have to know what works for you. Okay? One of these approaches will work for you, the others may not. Stick with that one and practice that one. Read the entire passage and then tackle the questions. Now, a few things to say good and bad about this approach. You have to do this very fast. So, can you read the entire passage and do the questions in that time frame? Okay, that's the question you must ask yourself. Are you a fast reader? Can you comprehend everything you're reading? How is your vocabulary? Some people, they must read everything from beginning to end and then go to the questions. But they can also they can retain the information they've read, so when they go to the questions, they know where to go back and look for the answers. Now, the good part about this is that you have all the information in your head once you've read the entire passage. The bad part is that you're going to be reading the passage twice. You'll have read it the first time, you'll go to the questions, and then you'll be reading again to find the answers, because you're looking for specific words now. When you get to the questions, sometimes it's only one word difference from what you read in the passage. If you're a fast reader and you can comprehend, then yes, do that. If you're not a fast reader, then no, don't do this. You'll be wasting too much time and reading more than you need to. So you don't need to read the entire passage. You just need to read the areas that contain the answers to the questions. The second approach, go straight to the questions. You look at the question. First of all, understand the type of question. Is it a multiple choice? Is it a fill in the blank, like a summary? Are you looking for headings for each paragraph? Are you looking for the title, etc.? Figure out what you're looking for. Read the question carefully. Pick out the key words in the question or the key idea in the question, and then scan the passage. Don't read the passage. Just quickly look everywhere for where that information ought to be. You're going to have 4 questions in one section, 4 types of questions. Figure out what it's asking, go to the passage, find out the area where that information is, and then start reading there to try to answer as many of the questions as you can. The problem with this approach is that, so it's not always chronological, it's not always in order of the questions. Some question types are in order. Questions such as yes, no, not given, or true, false, not given, this sometimes will work, sometimes it won't. Okay, especially for the not given. Okay, so this will help you in most cases, but in some cases it will not help you. But practice this. If it works for you, do it. Okay, remember, it's all about time management. You have to be able to get through the entire passage and the entire questions 3 times in 1 hour. Yeah, you want to try to finish everything. Now, the third section, before I even start to explain how it works, I want you to understand that it's difficult. It's really not easy. It takes a lot of practice, but if you can do this and do it well, you can finish the entire test on time and read the absolute minimum that you have to. Okay? How does this work? Before you do anything else, I want you to summarize each paragraph by itself. How do you do this? You go to the paragraph. You read the topic sentence. The topic sentence will always be the first or second sentence. It will give you a general idea of what the paragraph is about. Because remember, in good writing, one paragraph has one central idea. That idea will be in the topic sentence. Once you understand what the general idea is, then you scan the rest of the paragraph looking for key words that support that topic sentence. Once you have the topic, once you find the keywords that support that topic, then you know what this paragraph is about. Write 2-3 words summary of that paragraph. Then, once you have the summary of everything, you do the entire passage, then you go to the questions. Now, the key is to know where the answers should be. Why? If you understand the question, so you know where to go look. So now you go straight to the paragraph where the answer should be, and you find out the information. Then you're doing the same thing here. You're matching keywords and matching your answers. Now, there's two reasons this is good. One, you're reading less. Two, you're doing it much quicker. You've gone through the whole passage very quickly. You don't need to read anything that has nothing to do with the questions. Okay? And three, one of the question types on the reading section is give each paragraph a heading. If you did the summary, then you've already done these questions. Okay? There's going to be usually 5 or 6 at least headings, like 5 or 6 paragraphs. Each one you have to give a heading to. If you've done the summary, then you already did that question type. You look at the headings, you match them to your summary, and then there's your answer. If the passage does not have a title, automatically you can understand one of the questions will be, what is a good title for this passage? If you've done the summaries, already start thinking about the title, if there isn't one, because that's going to be one of your questions. Now, I know it's not easy. I know it's very difficult. It takes a lot of practice. So again, summarize. If you do this first, do every paragraph. A, you can do the not giving questions. B, find a heading, match a heading to each paragraph. That's already done because you did it this way. And you don't have to read all the passage. You're saving yourself a lot of time and you know exactly where to go look for your answers to your questions. Okay? It takes practice. If you can practice this and be able to do a proper summary of the whole passage in 5 minutes, you got 15 minutes for the rest of the passage, for the questions. And you should be able to finish all 40 questions in the time. Okay? All 40 questions in the 60 minutes and get a very high rate of correct answers.